Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following NCAAF matches that is happening on Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total, and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comment section below. Coastal Carolina versus Appalachian State. These two conference adversaries have faced off 6 times in their history. The Mountaineers emerged victorious in 4 of those encounters, but the Chanticleers secured a significant win in the previous season, evening the score to 1-1 since their 2021 meeting. Although the upcoming match is expected to be much more competitive than the 2022 clash, the Appalachian State's consistent performance on both offense and defense suggests a strong opportunity for them. The Chanticleers, on the other hand, have struggled in their recent 2 games, resulting in a 0-2 record and an unflattering scoreline of 68-45 against them. This presents a golden opportunity for the Mountaineers to make a push for the top spot in the conference, and they are determined not to let it slip away. Our team pick is Appalachian State. While both offenses in this matchup may not be considered elite in college football, their defenses aren't stellar either. The Chanticleers allowed 68 points in their last 2 games, following a dominant offensive performance of 66 points against Duquesne. On the flip side, the Mountaineers have maintained a consistent offense this season, averaging 36 points per game over 5 outings. In their 3 victories, they scored a solid 43 points per game, contributing to a 4-1 over record for the season. With a crucial conference win at stake, this game has the potential to turn into a high-scoring shootout. In simpler terms, bet on the over. Next, we have Louisiana Tech versus Middle Tennessee State. While it may not feature prominent school names, this Tuesday night showdown in the CUSA promises to be intriguing. However, I'm left questioning how Middle Tennessee State, currently holding a 1-5 record, is considered the favorite against any opponent. Therefore, I'm opting to take the points with the Bulldogs as they play away in this situation. Initially, I considered the possibility of a head-to-head advantage for the Blue Raiders, but upon reviewing last year's schedule, the Bulldogs convincingly defeated them 40-24. Interestingly, this victory marked Louisiana Tech's sole triumph in the final 7 games of the season. Moreover, Louisiana Tech has secured victories in 4 of the last 6 head-to-head meetings. Adding another layer, both teams faced a common opponent of Western Kentucky, resulting in losses for each. However, Middle Tennessee's defeat was by a wider margin at 31-10, whereas Louisiana Tech's loss was a closer contest at 35-28. Anticipating another high-scoring matchup, my bet is on the Bulldogs to surpass the Blue Raiders. Our team pick is Louisiana Tech Bulldogs plus 3 points. As I hinted earlier, I anticipate a significant amount of scoring in this match. The defensive performances of both teams have been subpar this season, with each ranking below 70th place in both yards allowed per game and points allowed per game. Middle Tennessee State is conceding an average of 37.2 points per game against FBS opponents, placing them at 118th. While Louisiana Tech is allowing 28.0 opposing points per contest, ranking 73rd. Looking at recent trends, the over has proven successful in 13 of their last 20 games. In terms of conference matchups, the over has hit in 12 out of the last 16 CUSA games. Middle Tennessee State has experienced 6 of their last 9 games surpassing the total points. Aligning with these trends and betting against these struggling defenses, my pick is the over. Next we have Liberty versus Jacksonville State. Liberty's offense has been great this season, averaging 7.1 yards per play. Quarterback Kaidon Salter is the linchpin of this high-octane offense, boasting 1176 passing yards and 12 touchdowns. His favorite target, C.J. Daniels, has racked up 420 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns to make the connection dominate. But it's not just the passing game that's been effective. The Flames have a potent rushing attack led by Quentin Cooley, who has 429 rushing yards and a touchdown to his name. This balanced offense makes Liberty a nightmare for opposing defensive coordinators. However, the Flames are not without their challenges. They have a laundry list of injuries that could impact their performance. Wide receiver Noah Frith and running back Billy Lucas are both listed as questionable, which could limit Liberty's offensive options. Despite these setbacks, the Flames have shown remarkable depth, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They've allowed just 4.8 yards per play and have been particularly stingy against the pass, allowing only 196.8 passing yards per game. This robust defense will be crucial in neutralizing Jacksonville State's offensive threats and could very well be the difference maker in this contest. Entering this matchup, Liberty boasts an offense with an impressive average of 7.1 yards per play, complemented by a defense that restricts opponents to just 4.8 yards per play. Quarterback Kaidon Salter has been a standout, amassing 1,176 yards and 12 touchdowns, highlighting the team's offensive prowess. On the other side, Jacksonville State, though formidable, maintains an offensive average of 5.1 yards per play and concedes 4.7 yards per play defensively. Given Liberty's superior offensive statistics and slightly more favorable defensive figures, they rightfully emerge as the favorites for victory in this encounter. While Jacksonville State's home field advantage could keep the game competitive, Liberty's well-rounded offensive strategy and sturdy defense should position them well to not only win but also cover the spread. Our team pick is Liberty. Jacksonville State has been formidable, especially when playing at Burgess Snow Field. Their most recent outing against MTSU ended in a 45-30 victory, a testament to their offensive firepower. The Gamecocks' rushing attack, spearheaded by Malik Jackson's 559 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, has been their bread and butter. This ground game will be essential in establishing offensive rhythm and keeping Liberty's potent offense off the field. What sets the Gamecocks apart is their clean bill of health. Unlike Liberty, they have no injuries to report, giving them a full arsenal of players to choose from. This could be a game changer, especially in the later stages when fatigue sets in. On the defensive front, Jacksonville State has been nearly as impressive as Liberty, allowing just 4.7 yards per play. Their rush defense, in particular, has been playing well, allowing only 112.7 rushing yards per game. This will be key in containing Liberty's Quentin Cooley and forcing the Flames to be one-dimensional. Liberty and Jacksonville State showcase formidable defenses, with Liberty permitting a mere 4.8 yards per play and Jacksonville State trailing closely at 4.7. Adding to the equation, Liberty has notable players listed as questionable due to injuries, potentially hampering their offensive productivity. Considering these elements, this matchup is inclined to be more defensively oriented than a high-scoring spectacle. Despite both teams displaying offensive prowess, their defensive statistics imply a game where scoring freely may prove challenging for both sides. Consequently, a prudent choice would be to bet on the under.